Most people know the old knights from Heights Tower and assume that this place also used to be their homeland, but in this video I'm going to theorize where they actually hail from. Heights Tower, as the name suggests, is actually home to the Hyde Knights. The old knights are honorful knights that have been put in charge to defend this area by the old Iron King. You might wonder how he relates to this area, but give me some time to explain. Thematically, these areas are linked by the fact that one is submerged in water, and the other submerged in lava. They share a lot of similar architecture and symbolism, like these sun circles. These submerged buildings have the same two pillars in front of them. The door in the tunnel has a very similar design as the door to Iron Keep. Both areas are connected by the same rotunda. These connections are why I would argue that the old Iron King was controlling both areas. This is further supported by the fact that there are also old knight statues in Broom Tower. Their equipment makes it sound mysterious where they are from. I would argue that this is because these old crumbled knights are originally from the old crumbled ruins of the Shrine of Amana, which is an area that has been kept secret from the general population of Drangleic. This one is right at home. The fact that they are from this area, which is only known to the royal families and that is locked away below Drangleic Castle, also explains why Vendrick also hired some to fight for his army. Based on the pose of the statues, we can see that the old Iron King subjugated them, but Vendrick respected them. The Drakekeepers and the Dragon Shrine bear a striking resemblance to the old knights, but I would argue that Aldia tried to copy the old knights that his brother Vendrick respected so much. They fight and look similarly, but their armor design is different, so they aren't just less rusty versions. To support this theory, I would like to point out that the ancient dragon is not a real dragon, but also just an experiment of Aldia where he tried to recreate dragons. He gives you an item that lets you access the memories of giants. If you do decide to fight him, it might be surprising to see that he drops a soul of a giant. You can skip ahead a minute as I'm just going to show that you do not have to fight him by cheesing his toes. His fire breath is easier to dodge if you focus on his head. I'm escaping the fire by just walking away. He also does this fire breath more often, which lets you get some good hits in. Fighting him without cheese is a lot less boring. So, back to the soul of a giant. It is no secret that Aldia did a lot of weird experiments in his home. He even keeps a pet drake in a huge birdcage. He has mimics, ogres, basilisks, a gargoyle, etc. The shield of the Aldia warlock states that Aldia wanted to recreate a dragon. To create the ancient dragon, he inserted dragon DNA into a giant. The cat and Nashandra also point out that he is fake.
You'll find a great creature far to the east. A colossal thing with the strength to match its size. Or something playing the part at least.
Brave undead, what did that dragon tell you? That thing is a prop, a false deity. Don't be fooled, my undead.
So I would argue that the Drakekeepers were also just created by Aldia to resemble the old knights and have no actual connection to them, just like how the ancient dragon is no actual dragon, but merely an attempt of Aldia to break the curse by trying to recreate dragons. In my opinion, the mysterious old knights come from a forgotten kingdom that used to be in the sunken shrine of Amana, which is why not much is known about them. What follows is just a failed attempt at me doing Hyde's tower flawlessly by always using ultra great sword parries against the Hyde knights, while I try to summarize this theory again. There really is not much to base this theory on, as their history was forgotten, but the fact that one of them is in the crumbled ruins of Shrine of Amana made me think if they put him there on purpose to make us connect their disintegrating armor with the disintegrated ruins. I don't think that their homeland used to be Hyde's Tower, as that would not be mysterious, and I doubt that their history would have been forgotten if they are just a 5-minute walk from Magilla. I messed up the jump attack here. I hope you learned something, even if there really was not any concrete information in this video. UGS parries are hard to time, but feel so satisfying to pull off. For Hyde Knights, you need to press L2 as soon as you see that attack start up.